Welcome back to Likewise Pod. We are so stoked for another week.
Last week was so much fun talking all things leveling up. Honestly, I learned so much and have already taken it in and I'm like absorbing it still. So good, so fun. And we are just so excited to dive into all things life paths today.
Yes, what a fun topic. Honestly, something that's on my mind every day of my life as a 20-something-year-old girl.
Yes. Woman. No.
20-year-old woman. Well, I'm not 20, guys, almost 25.
That's so true. No, it's so funny because like in the sorority, we weren't allowed to like call each other girls and stuff. So you'd think that I'd be used to like calling myself and peers women. No, I'm like, I'm not a woman. I'm a girl.
I'm a girl.
But I am in fact in my mid 20s, so I feel like I am a woman.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, so we're really excited to talk about life paths today just because we both have taken very different life paths and though they are very different and might look traditional, like relatively traditional on the outside, like that I feel like they're both very untraditional or unconventional, whatever word you want to use. So excited to kind of dive deeper into that today. But before we do, of course, we're going to start with our roses and thorns. So, Sam, what are your roses and thorns for the week?
Okay, my thorn is that I'm still in my writing slump a bit, which is just like so annoying. But I'm really going to try to lock in. I keep saying that every week. I have to, so I will. And I keep having really bad sleep. Like it started a little bit before the like spring forward time change, and it's just like been really, really bad for like the couple nights sleep since. So that's not been fun, but I'm just hoping it gets better. Um, my rose, okay, I have a new hobby, and we're gonna see how long this lasts. We have started going and like just shooting hoops, like playing basketball. We've done it twice. I'm like, so I can't call it like a habit, but it's like our new little workout. So just like alternating that and going on walks, just to like get more of a fun workout, and just kind of do something that like is fun. Like all we really do is like we race each other at like going like around the world, like shooting from like all the different lines. And so we like see who can like make it around faster or whatever. Um, and then just do whatever shots we want. And so it's been really fun because I never wanted to play basketball growing up because I was terrified of like ball sports like that, like where I didn't want to get hit by anything. But I did always like if we had to play basketball in PE, I liked just like shooting free throws with my friends. Like that was all I wanted to do. So having fun with that, and it's been sunny and just warm weather since the weekend. Like it was like 75 the last couple days in the afternoon. So it's been really nice. It's like still like 30 degrees in the morning, but then it warms up really quick. And I just booked a trip home for my mom's spring break to go visit in April. So excited for that.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. Earlier when you're like, yeah, just came back from shooting hoops, I was like, since when do you play basketball?
Oops.
And then like seeing new hobby on the dock, I was like, what's her new hobby? Oh my gosh, it's all the dots are connecting now. That's so exciting. I love that. That's that's so fun. Oh, I wish I was good at basketball. I've always wished I was good at basketball, but I'm not. And the only way to get better is to practice, but as we know, I don't like doing things I'm not good at. So guys, we're trying. We're learning, we're growing. Anyways, my thorn, man. Right when I think I'm not going to be busy, I get so busy. Except I always knew I was going to be really busy this week, but it just got busier as the week has gone by. So busy, busy, busy. That's my thorn. But also, like, I kind of love being busy. I don't know. It's just it's funny. Also, thorn, that I have not sent out PR packages yet for the book. So I'm so sorry. I promise, guys, they're coming. For those of you who like know you're getting it, you know who you are. I'm so sorry. I truly am. Um, But yeah, like I told myself, I was like, oh my gosh, perfect. Like I'll have 2 weeks house sitting and I can like do PR packages there because like I'll have uninterrupted time and like be alone. No, that box of books so heavy. So I was like scratching that idea. That was not a good idea on my part. So yeah, my bad. So on the way or almost on the way. But my rose is that I'm back in my own bed. Oh, so nice. I mean, did I sleep great last night? No, but I'm back in my own bed and that's all that matters. Also, I'm seeing Kelsey Ballerini tomorrow. That is one of the things that I got busy with this week because I don't know, long story short, my sister and I got last minute tickets, and so we're stoked. We're excited. Yes. So we're recording on a Wednesday instead of a Thursday, and it's
It
super late in the PM for Sam.
feels so weird. Like honestly, I probably like I'm usually up this late anyways, but it does feel a little weird that it's like Wednesday and like things are just like different. And I'm like, oh, that's like nice because like I didn't write tonight at all. So I'm like, oh, that's nice because then tomorrow I can just like actually try to write and do pod stuff and whatever. Um, yeah, no. It's kind of nice though at the same time.
Yeah, like I know we've tried batch recording before and like getting really ahead in the weeks, but then it gets weird with our roses and thorns and then song of the week, and it's just always felt weird for us. Like when we were recording on Tuesdays for Thursday, we're like, okay, that's fine. But then we moved to Saturday and we're still recording on Tuesdays. We're like, oh my gosh, this is so early. Or like recording on Sunday, or like, oh my gosh, can't do this. So it is weird being a little bit earlier, even though it's only a day. It
Yeah,
just feels like, oh my gosh, it's too soon.
I don't know why. When we were talking in the intro about like last week and the leveling up episode, I feel like that was way more than a week ago. Like, I don't know what happened, but I was just sitting here and I was like, wow, like, I was like, we haven't talked in like 2 weeks. Like, that's how I felt for some reason. And so that's really weird. I'm gonna blame it on the time change, even though it has nothing to do with it. But we are one. No, you know what? It did nothing. Wait, wanna know what's funny about the time change? Everybody at like my work and a bunch of people online were like thinking of it like wrong. Like everyone, because I was like talking about how I was like, yeah, like I'm annoyed because I'm not hungry yet, but it's lunchtime or whatever. But then so many people were saying, oh, like I had to take my lunch early. Did you all eat lunch early like because of the time change? I'm like, no, you shouldn't be hungry yet. Like it was like, and I'm like, because I'm like, listen, if we sprung forward and it's now like 1 p.m. when it was 12 p.m., you being hungry and having to take your lunch at 11 because I'm like, no, it's 10 a.m. Like, I'm like, it's not 12, it's 10 a.m. Like, I'm like, you're just wrong. You're just hungry early. You just didn't eat a big enough breakfast.
That is so funny. Oh my gosh.
But
I
I couldn't correct anyone.
I know the spring forward and fall back. I know like the way that it goes like that, but for some reason I always get the lose an hour of sleep or gain an hour of sleep mixed up, and I don't know why. Because it's like obviously if we spring forward, we're losing an hour. But for some reason in my head, I'm like, oh, we spring forward, that means we gain an hour.
Right. And I think it's definitely because like we are, we're gaining an hour of daylight where like, we're having this longer light later and stuff. But yeah, it is so funny. And I just like, I could not correct anybody when they talked about it. I was like, yeah, haha.
Yeah, haha, you're an idiot. Sorry guys, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Anyways, life paths.
Life paths. Yes. Um, I like that you said that we both like, yes, we have different kind of life paths we've gone on from each other, but we also still very much have um kind of we're pretty closely aligned still with like a traditional life path in ways like think about how we met. We literally met at college and that kind of thing. And I feel like that's like kind of the first um thing of like a traditional like adult life path is like college and like that's like kind of the standard is that you go to college after high school and whatnot and um I mean there's definitely other paths too but it's very much what's made to be the standard. So I mean, even though we've done a lot of things since then that maybe aren't as standard. I don't know. I feel like when I think about it, I'm like, man, I'm living a very standard life. But um there's still things that I think we're doing differently or um challenges we face because of how complicated it is. Like there is not one life path. So yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like just thinking about it, I'm like, oh my gosh, my brother, sister, and I, we all are in three very different trajectories. Because like I did all 4 years of college right after high school. My brother, he did two, and then he went down to Arizona to live with his friend and work while his friend goes to school. And then my sister took a year off, and now she's in school but also working. So it's like, oh my gosh, this is just the wilder children all over the map. And then like
Yes.
even my parents too, like my mom, she did all 4 years and then got a job right out of college. And my dad didn't graduate college, and so he didn't finish, but he's had a full-time job or like he's had a job since he was 16. So it's like, man, everyone in the Wilder family, crazy things. So different. And like, so it's kind of fun like seeing the different um like the different avenues that we can go down and not just like, okay, here's what you have to do and be like, well, that's not what I want to do, or like that doesn't feel like it's gonna work for me and all these things. So it's like it's nice that we do have options now.
Yeah. No, totally. Yeah, I had like a lot of family members are like military in my family. And so that was kind of something I saw a lot of growing up, but was nothing I ever thought about for myself. But yeah, it's so interesting and I think it yes, it's like so important when you're like nearing the end of high school and things to know like options and things like that. But I think so much comes after college. Like if you went the college route, the life path that comes after college, like post grad life is crazy. Um, the different directions everyone goes is wild. And I think there's like a lot of pressure to like meet expectations and be successful in a certain way. Um, like getting a full-time job right out of college and being able to, like to move out and maybe move to a new city and like have this like amazing financial independence and all this kind of stuff that I feel like is maybe starting to it's like it's very unrealistic for our generation almost. Like I think that's something that's been kind of coming to light more in the last couple years is like, hey, you might think this is very attainable and easy, but it's been proving very difficult for like our generation or like our small part of our generation, like the people graduating from college in like the same 3, 4 year span as us. It's terrible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think like just because the standard for so long has been, yeah, you go to college and then you get a job, like a full-time job right after that. You move out, you're independent from your parents, like for real, not just like, oh, independence in college, but like, no, like independent adult life. So like you have your own finances, you're managing all that. And then, go from that to like marriage and getting a house or settling down and like starting your family. But then we see so much now, like that's not what's happening anymore. Like it's happening, but like in different orders, or it's happening in that same standard order, which is totally fine. And like it's nice to see again, like it's just nice to know that there are other options out there and that like that's not the only measure of success is by following that pattern.
Yeah. I think it's like really amazing that there's been a lot more representation in recent years. I think, I mean, a lot of it's like I kind of like think about when like influencer culture really started, like in the 2010s, and you had like the kind of the first social media people like to be doing it full time. Like, I mean, it goes back to even some like bloggers in the late 2000s and whatnot too, but it's like the people who really started doing that kind of were like showing a new way of being like a like a creative and an entrepreneur and like working for themselves. And I think just because like influencers, they have a lot of, visibility on social media, so you see a lot with them, like that they've been showing how like they have a different lifestyle, like kind of like their full-time job is not typical. But I think like a lot of it has been nice to just see like the choice in that. Because I think the reality is like, yes, while a lot of the things of people not following that kind of golden standard of like a typical life path is like, yep, I just I'm not on to the next thing because I'm like just struggling to get there. A lot of it is like choice, like people just being like, no, that's not what I want. And it took a long, and there's still a lot of people who think it's like ridiculous that people could not want these things because like everyone is just supposed to think that this is like the perfect life. And so I think it's been nice to just see that there's a lot of people who out of choice like break off from this mold because it really is like, yep, nope, we all should just live the life we want to live and do what we want. And um, a lot of that is kind of, yeah, messing with the order of that or just not doing those things or like not having a traditional job. I think it happens the most with like creatives and business owners and like entrepreneurs.
Yeah. I think I mentioned it last week, but like the Oscars, I mean every awards show, but especially the Oscars always puts me in a type of mood where I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, I wish I would have followed this path. And so like I texted my siblings and I was like, guys, we should do this. And then got into like a whole discussion with them. And I really feel like because I'm more creatively inclined and like wanting to go down creative routes. I think because of that, and then also being in like Seattle area where it's very techy, it's very like health industry, right? And like there's just so much like sciencey stuff, and I'm like that is not me at all. And so I feel so unsuccessful because I'm like I don't like I'm not following the mold. Like I'm not doing what everyone else is doing. Like I don't have a full-time job. I don't have like I'm not moved out of my childhood home. Like I still live with my parents and I'm 25 and like don't have a boyfriend or all these things. And it's like that's not actually a measure of success. But I feel like just because of society and like the standards and pressure of that, and like, okay, this is what society says is success, like then I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not doing well. Like I need to figure something out and change my entire personality or like change my interests because clearly it's not working. But guys. Oh, that's such imposter syndrome and it's so rough. It's so rough. Um, and just like going down the rabbit hole of comparison and rabbit hole of imposter syndrome is like, no, like your passions, like if you're really passionate about it, if you are willing to fight for it and do the things that you want to do, like you'll make it. You'll be successful in whatever measure of success that means to you. And it's not just monetarily. I mean, yeah, everyone would love to be a millionaire with what they do, right? And like I feel like a lot of people could say, yeah, that's what success is like making money, doing what you love, blah, 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 all the things. But ultimately, I feel like success is, am I doing what I love? And like, am I contributing to society? Am I like doing something that I love? Am I feeling fulfilled?
Mm. Yeah, no, I was thinking the same thing. Just like everybody needs to have their own definition of success and like figuring out, what that is too. It's like it relates to, if you're living the life you want to live and if you're achieving your goals, not like the goals that are, just put out there that people say you should have. Um, because yeah, there's just like this weird thing where it feels like um if you don't follow, like you'll just face so much judgment if you don't follow like a traditional life path, unless you're extremely successful. But it's hard because people are judging that measure of success off what they think is successful. It's kind of like, oh, if you decided, if like you didn't go to college or you left college and you did all this stuff, like people will only be like, oh yeah, you're doing well if you are like proving in their eyes to be really successful. Like if you just like blew up on the internet and are like an influencer now and like it's like doing well. Like, but if you're like taking time off of school and trying to like reevaluate your life and your passions and what you actually want to study, or you change your major, all this stuff, and or you decide to take like a gap year and like not get a full-time job right after college. Like there's like so many things where like people will change what they think about it based on if they think you're successful or not. And so it's really tough, but I think that's where it's important to have your own kind of vision of like what does that success look like to me, because at the end of the day it doesn't matter if they think you're successful in what you're doing, um if you're enjoying your life.
Yes. No, I obviously fully agree, but like actually stepping out of agreement with what has been pushed on us is so hard. So much easier said than done being like, "Oh yeah, no, that's not what success is." Um and being like, "This is what success is." It's like, "Whoa, is that really?" And then I feel like when I do that, I'm like, "But is it really?" Like maybe it is a little bit of no, success is having a full-time job. No, success is having a family or like doing something else or, whatever. But then I'm like, no, I just need to. I think I really get just tripped up on like success, like being successful, because obviously I'm a type 3 achiever. So I want to achieve, I want to be successful. I want to be better than everyone else. But I don't know. I feel like that's what really trips me up. And instead of, I think I need to rewire my brain from instead of thinking about like, okay, am I successful to, do I feel fulfilled?
Yeah, yeah, true. Changing the question completely. Like, yeah, maybe success isn't a very good word. I like that.
Yep.
um you brought up like imposter syndrome and like kind of seeing and thinking kind of what other people are doing, and I think that's like a big part of this too, like fighting that comparison, because like sometimes it is hard to stay content with our own life and like not compare to the people around us, or even people we don't know, just people on the internet. Just like constantly feeling like we are preparing comparing our lives to other people. Um, it's a very easy trap to fall into, especially if you're in your 20s. I think that's just like a really big time of that, because you are kind of watching all the people that you maybe went to college with or knew from high school, or like just kind of people you really grew up with and have known for a long time. You're watching them, branch off and do their thing too. So there's a lot of life updates, so, like big announcement this, big announcement that, this person's getting married, this person has a kid. Like there's so much of that that it gets really hard.
Hmm. I mean, that and then also like just being in a just being in a family and like seeing like, okay, well, this is what my parents did and that worked out great for them. And like that's what they're advocating for. Like with my siblings too, I'm like, I'm the oldest. And then both my siblings are living out of the house. Like my brother's in a different state. My sister just moved out. And like they're both working and like doing so much. And I'm just like, hey, I'm doing mostly volunteer work and not like volunteer, like, oh my gosh, I'm so good, but just like it's it's free. It's free labor that I'm doing. So I'm like, oh shoot, I need money. I want money. But I also know like I'm like there is still stuff that I am contributing and like there's still stuff that I am doing that like I know that they're not. Not in a oh I'm better than them kind of way, just like I'm just digging myself a hole. Um, but yeah, just like just in that like yeah, we can compare all we want and we can see these things that other people are doing and be like, oh my gosh, I need to like step on my game. Oh my gosh, I need to be better. And then just totally discount all the other things that we're doing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that doesn't matter because it's not paid, or oh, that doesn't matter because it's not as big of an impact as what this person is doing, or oh, it doesn't matter because like this is just a silly dream that I have, but they're actually doing something. And so I think that's like that's one of my biggest struggles, I feel like. And I feel like it's something that probably a lot of people face, but like don't want to actually admit. Because I know I don't want to admit it. Be like, no, it actually does count for something.
No, true. Yeah, it's really easy to like minimize the things you have like that you do and you have going on in your life because it is that thing of just like, okay, yeah, it's like that's my thing and I don't think it's like big or important, but I think everything everyone else is doing is like huge and whatever. And I'm like, they probably feel the same way. Um, but I feel like for me, I mean, it's like so cliche. It's what every like influencer says when they're like, my life isn't perfect. You're seeing my highlight reel, but like it's true. Like I think especially if like you're seeing a lot of stuff on social media from people you know and people you don't know, like just having to remind yourself that yeah, nobody's life is perfect. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes in most of these people's lives. And it's really easy to romanticize a life that you only see those highlights of. Like, yeah, like of course I think this person's life is perfect. I just see them on LinkedIn posting all this stuff about their job or whatever. And it's just everything is not what it seems. Selena Gomez said it best.
Oh, girl, you so right. You so right. Um, oh shoot. I had something and then I forgot it and then I remembered it and I forgot it again.
And it's like it's not in like a well, their life sucks too. Way. It's in like a, you know, it may look perfect, but no, it's not. Or like
Yeah.
that's great for them, but is that even a life you want? Like, I feel like a lot of times we're like, oh, like this person's perfect life. It's not even what you want. Like, it's just, it looks so perfect because it is maybe great for them. Like, it is the perfect life path for them, but it's not yours.
hmm Oh, I remember. Okay. Kind of switching gears a little bit, but also still on the same topic, like of just like when we see like what other people are doing, we're like, oh my gosh, I wish I was doing that instead of like this. Like I'm not doing much, blah blah blah. Like, yeah, there's a point like it's great to be humble and to like have humility and stuff, but also like, yeah, the same exactly like what you're saying. Like, don't minimize the things that we're doing. It's okay to like be our own fans sometimes. Like sometimes that's what we need. We need to just like be a fan of what we're doing because then like when we're a fan of what we're doing, we see it for how other people see it.
Right. Ooh, yeah. I like
Yes. So like truly like this okay, the rest of this is so cliche, but like it's so true. Like your path is yours. Um, and if you don't like it, then what's stopping you from doing something else?
right.
But like your path is yours, so own it. Your path is yours, so do what you want with it. And I don't know, just yeah. Again, so much easier said than done. But like if you don't like what you're doing, if you don't like where you're going, then change it.
Right. Yeah. No, it's so true. Like, put on that turn signal. Like,
Yeah.
you're driving. Yeah. You've got more control than you know.
Yeah. Like you can get off the freeway anytime.
Right.
You can get off the arterial anytime. You don't have to keep going. Like there's east and west too. There's not just north south. You
True.
can even turn around if you need. Go
Right.
back a few exits.
That's so true. Yeah, you can always go back. Yes. You can always try new things, return to old things, all the good stuff.
Yes. What's meant for you is made for you. And it'll find you. You'll find it. Like when you know, you know.
Yeah. No, so true. And like I think for me too, a big thing that gets to me is like not feeling ready for the things that people around me are doing or like, whoa, like I can't believe they're married or I can't believe they already bought a house or like, wow, how did they like decide to settle down in this place or like how do they know where they want to live? All this stuff. I'm like, wow, that's a lot of questions. And it's fine that I don't have that kind of thing figured out, you know, like they're able to do that. Good for them. And it's like them being ready for those things is not having a direct impact on like you not being ready. Like it's very not connected to your life. Like even if it's like your family members and things, it's just like, well, that's their thing. It's not about me. So
Yes. So good. Oh my gosh. What a nice short and sweet episode.
yeah,
I
so
think it
fun.
was, I think it was good though. I
Yeah,
hope it
me
was
too.
good. Hopefully we didn't beat a dead horse too much.
I hope it made you guys feel good about your life path.
Yeah. If it didn't, sorry. Just be better, I guess. I don't know. Sorry. I one of these days we're somehow gonna go like viral, but it's gonna be like some terrible thing I say, and then we're gonna be canceled before we're even put on.
Great. No, that's so funny. People aren't gonna understand that you're
Yeah, so anyways, song of the week. Um, super excited for these, always excited for these. I love song of the week. It gives me new listens, except I have to be honest. I have not listened to one of your songs of the week in many months. I'm so sorry. Unless I
yeah,
already,
I always forget to listen to like ones of yours if I like didn't know them, unless you like had sent it to me or something. So
yeah. Like a lot of times I'll be like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to listen to that after we're done. And I never do.
yeah, no, you know what I do when we're done? I like usually have to go to the bathroom and then I like check all my notifications on my phone that I ignored for like the time we recorded, and then I go to bed.
Yeah, I immediately walk away from my computer. I turn off my light, walk away, and go watch TV or something. Anyways, song of the week. Sam, what's your song of the week?
My song of the week is How Bad Do You Want Me by Lady Gaga, and her new album is so good, and the song is just iconic, and I'm of the people on the internet who think it is the like same type of pop writing production as like Taylor Swift's vibes. People are arguing over because at first people thought that Taylor Swift was actually singing background vocals on it, and then it was confirmed that she's not. And then like people are just saying, "Oh, it sounds like this Taylor song. It sounds like this Taylor song." And then you've got a bunch of people who are like coming up being like, "Taylor could never write this," and I'm like, "Okay, hold on. If you're saying that, you're lying. Like you go look at the lyrics, listen to the song. I will show you which songs it sounds a lot like." And I'm not saying it sounds a lot like it to be like, oh, she copied or whatever. I'm just saying they're both pop queens and it's a great song for a reason. And it's just very like, yep, that's pop music. So yeah,
That's so funny.
it's wild.
My song of the week is First Rodeo by Kelsey Ballerini. Of course I had to. Yeah, I can't wait to hear it live tomorrow. And by the time this episode's coming out, I'll have heard it live.
I'm
So
so jealous. I really wanted to go to this tour.
I'm so excited. Like the day that pre-sale tickets went out, my sister and I looked at them and we were so close to buying pit tickets for $180 each. But
Wow.
I was like, I don't have this kind of money. And she was so mad at me. Um, but now we got these tickets and it's fine. They're not pit, they're not floor, but they're still good. It's gonna be so good. I can't wait.
Oh my gosh. I've
I'm
been
a-
watching Voice and I just love that show and Kelsey's been so cutie on it.
Okay, I was wondering like how she's doing. Like, is it the live rounds yet?
No.
Okay. Because I'm like, dang, touring and live rounds, crazy. Like Mr. Dan, Mr. Shea did that last year with their tour and The Voice. I was like, wow, commitment.
They just like this last week was the first week of the battles. So they still have quite a bit before.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know. I
Interesting.
thought about that too. I was like, when's this happening?
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Well, if you don't already, you can follow us on whatever stream platform you use, so then you know exactly when an episode's coming out. And then also on Instagram at likewise_pod and TikTok at likewise.pod. You'll also find out when episodes come out, except we forgot about the gram. So live off love. And also TikTok have been quiet there, so maybe I'll like spam post or something. I don't know. Yeah, this was so good, so fun, and just thanks for spending another evening with me, Sam. I hope you have a really great rest of your day.
Thanks, Issa, and likewise to you. Oh, bye.
Bye.